When it comes to video game rumours, I prefer to not cover them, as they are either true and spoil the game, or most likely false and simply push expectations into misguided directions. With that out of the way, forget everything I just said, because there are some spicy new Breath of the Wild 2 rumours that are circulating at the moment. Coming from British and French outlets, I just couldn't let these rumours go by without making a video. These rumours include a playable Zelda, a shattered Hyrule, Link actually summoning beasts fight for him, and many more. If what we're about to discuss is true, then the sequel could be even better than the first game. So, let's dive into these rumours then, shall we? The first rumour that we're going to discuss is that Breath of the Wild 2 will have sections where Zelda will be playable. I actually covered this in a previous video, and it seems that if this rumour was right, then I was spot on with how Zelda could be playable. The rumour suggests that Zelda will be playable in dungeon sequences, whereas Link will be playable in the dungeons and the open world. This would be quite a shake-up to the Zelda formula, and while we have played as Zelda before, never have we done so to such an extent as this. I think that this rumour holds quite a lot of plausibility, as there have been many rumours speaking on this very topic in the last 7 months since the Breath of the Wild 2 reveal trailer, and from what we saw in that trailer, Zelda was in the spotlight. Perhaps foreshadowing her importance? I think so. Speaking of a playable Zelda, another rumour discusses that Nintendo is pondering over having Zelda get her own standalone adventure via DLC. While I love this idea on its premise, it is way too salty as a rumour. How could anyone have such precise information regarding not just the game, but its DLC? No, I say this is silly. What do you guys think on this one? The third rumour states that as a result of awakening Ganondorf's corpse, the world of Hyrule will be ripped apart. Parts of the land will be raised up out of the ground Skyloft style, impacting the world below in an insane way. Hyrule would be filled with craters, some of which would be filled with water. Underwater areas, please Nintendo! And the land masses in the sky would really change up how we traverse the world. In fact, if we can explore underground as the trailer suggests, then we might see an open world game with sky, land, and the underground all explorable. This rumour is absolutely bonkers. However, part of me really hopes that this is true. We did see Hyrule start to rise up out of the ground in the trailer, and this change to the world would give us effectively a whole new way to explore the same Hyrule, using the first game's physics engine while seemingly entirely new. I really hope that this rumour is true, as it would be so cool. The fourth rumour is perhaps the most ridiculous. Apparently, Breath of the Wild 2 was originally intended to be shown off at the 2019 Game Awards, but was pulled out because of the recent backlash surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield, in an attempt to minimise the comparisons between the wild area and Zelda's open world. This reasoning makes no sense. First of all, Pokemon Sword and Shield's wild area and Zelda's open world are completely different. One is a massive, beautifully crafted, living, breathing world, and the other is a fairly small, explorable area prone to pop-ins and outdated textures, with some cool creatures roaming around. You decide which is which. Secondly, Sword and Shield had already been out for a month, and the controversy surrounding the game was to do with Game Freak releasing what some saw to be an unfinished product. That's not going to be a problem for Zelda, so this rumour is just a bit silly really, isn't it? The fifth rumour is related to a gameplay ability from Breath of the Wild, and is a large part of what makes that game just so fun to play. That's right, we're talking climbing. Minus dungeon or shrine surfaces, you could climb anything in Breath of the Wild, provided you have the stamina. This made playing the game so free, as you could climb up any mountain and fly down to any designated location using a paraglider that you could see. This rumour states that climbing is going to be getting a bit of an overhaul. Apparently, timing and balance will be factors to consider when climbing. I don't have much to say on this one. It seems like something that Nintendo could implement, however it's not as if they are compensating for some sort of flaw. There is nothing wrong with climbing in the first game, apart from the not so occasional downpour of rain. Just reduce the rain a bit, Nintendo, and we're all good. The next rumour proposes that the sequel will have 2 different cities, which will be highly populated and larger than anything we saw in the first game. This would be very cool, and seeing as Breath of the Wild 2 will be built from the ground up on the Switch, I feel technically it could be possible. The question remains of what kind of cities there would be, and where would they be? Well, you have to remember, the question remains that where would these cities be, taking into consideration that it's the same Hyrule? Well, you have to remember that there is a time jump between the 2 games, so a city could be built between those 2 games. Where, you ask? Well, this is purely speculation at this point, but what about an expanded Tarrytown? I made a video about that in fact, just click on the card in the corner, there we go, bit of promotion. Or an underground city, maybe built by the Zonai, could work as another city. Or if the previous rumour about Hyrule being ripped apart is true, then maybe a city in the sky. Just please don't have Ukus though, because they are, yeah, no. Don't bring them back, please. This might be the coolest one, but rumour number 7 says that Link will be able to summon beasts with his magic hand to fight for him. This sounds a bit like Wolf Link, no? This would certainly mix up combat if true, and would be incredibly awesome. As for its plausibility, I feel like a broken record, but it could happen, it might not happen. We have no idea at this point, so we'll just have to wait and see. The final rumour for today says that the game will be released in winter 2020, which is for us Australians in the summer. Even if someone from Nintendo told me this directly, I would still be quite skeptical. Zelda release dates change all the time. I mean, heck, Breath of the Wild was originally scheduled for 2014, 3 years of its original release. Breath of the Wild 2 might come out this year, it might come out next year, as another source seems to claim. But at this point, as I said before, we have no idea. Thank you very much for watching. If some of these rumours do turn out to be true, then we are in for a heck of a sequel. However, make sure you take all this in with a grain of salt. These are all rumours after all. So, what do you think of the rumours? Let me know down in the comments below. If you liked this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe to see more weekly Zelda content. And if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike, that's great too. It's there for a reason. Links are in the description as to the sources, you know, where I got them for all these Zelda rumours, as well as also my Twitter, that's on there, and my Instagram, I put that down too, just in case you want to check me out. With all that out of the way, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Aussie Viking, and I will see you all later.